Hi guys, how's it going? Collective check-in. Just a tip. So I pulled from my own deck that I made this morning. And I got your turn to be the truth bomb. There are no seatbelts. Mama God. And divine timing. So yay. We're here. We're in the clear. We've been told. So I am excited. It's our ego that's afraid. Our soul is pretty damn excited. And you can feel both while you're so straddling both worlds, so that can be exhausting. And you gotta make a choice eventually. For the highest good of all life everywhere, messages for the collective. Alright, we got the Knight of Cups upside down and the Empress. That's what he looks like. We'll read from the book. Like, it's kind of interesting getting both of these two together. Because in a way, it's opposite energies. So like what I'm getting from it is kind of positive actually, is maybe we're fooling around less, being more responsible at the same time, but like somehow yet in like a slightly egoic way, like negative way. Let's find out. Alright, so the general meaning of the card is Knights show up when there is a declaration to be made. The Knight of Cups invites you to look at your beliefs and goals to figure out if you're on the right path. Yeah, alright. Sadly, this night brings news of disappointment, of unfulfilled dreams and dashed hopes. Your emotions have led you a place you can't get unstuck from. Be on the lookout for someone who is not as they appear. Nobody needs the manipulation, jealousy, or drama. Alright, so it's like we're being responsible about this letdown, where in the past we could have given up and continued with whatever it was we were doing. And I relate to this. I'm glad I did this reading because 2 nights ago I was so blessed, and at this point in my journey, like, I've never had the conscious belief system that if I get something good, that something bad will happen. Like, I mean, I really just haven't, so that's not something that I've carried around consciously anyways. I guess it was subconscious, because it is coming up for me to clear now. So 2 days ago, I felt so blessed. I had a bunch of food stamp money that I didn't know I had, and I went shopping for some organic food for me and my grandma, and I saw my old pastor on the way out, and it was as I walked out looking at the money on my card, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, I'm so blessed. And as I'm walking out, I see my old pastor, and he's a really cool dude. Like, he was super funny, his heart is huge, no judgment, no judgment. And, like, when I was younger, when I would run away, I would, like, fantasize about going to be able to talk to him and, like, just unburdening myself with that which my normal family and people wouldn't understand. And so I said, hi. I was like, Dave? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you used to be my pastor. But so, as I was in the store and being like, today is a great day, I was like, alright, I feel like buying some alcohol. I was like, I don't have the money to do it. I really should not be doing this. I was like, but it was like a mellower feeling than in the past where it's like, if you do this, you're gonna die. Like, and it was kind of true. Glad to laugh about it now, right? And so I did. I bought 4 $1 bottles of wine on clearance, and even that was kind of a weird blessing because 2 of them were $1.50, and I didn't realize that the lady rang them up wrong, or I would have said something. Because I told her, I said they're not all the same price, because she was manually ringing them up, and these cards keep falling over here, so there's more messages, but water. And so, long story short, I knew I shouldn't, I did, and I was really hoping I would just stay here and drink it, but of course I really wanted a cigarette, and smoke organic tobacco, guys, or without the filter, or get the pouch tobacco and get some organic papers. Tobacco without the additives is just like sage for your body, and I wish my ringer was on because you'd hear the dings. I'm going to turn my ringer on from now on because the dings on your phone are confirmations from your angels. Like, now that you've heard it, it will be, like, not that it wasn't, but you'll see. It's crazy, dude. It's awesome. It's fantastic. But so it's like saging a room, but for your body. It actually helps remove the stagnant energy. Because I don't smoke very much anymore, like when I'm not drinking, I actually get anxiety to smoke because, like, I know it's gonna ground me, and I am a runner. Like, I'm not proud to admit that, but yeah, I've been an escapist since I can remember, and it has brought me nothing but harm and doom, in all honesty. And when I was younger, it was wonderful to read books, but I didn't do myself any favors constantly living outside of reality. I've had enough lifetimes to be grounded in the truth, but, you know, I'm sure it was only harder in the past, and I haven't been afraid this lifetime to tell the truth, but I mean, one time I got locked in a basement for it, literally. But whatever. I wasn't physically hurt, so. But I'm heartbroken from people not hearing it, and, like, I've become a little, like, weird with, like, I want to give my energy, and it's become so exhausting because I'm like, how can I incite the truth in somebody? Because from my own experience, I have. I'm not manipulating them. I'm finding, like, where they're hurt and where the truth is. Like, I would say their truth, but our truth. We're one, it's our truth. And it does work. But I mean, as you take less care of yourself, you become less easy to organically process energies through your body, and you're not breathing correctly, and water naturally clears the energy. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm not sure where I ended up there. But, so I went and I spent my money for my phone bill, which somebody graciously gave me, and I still have enough money to pay my Planet Fitness membership, because the goal was to live in my car, and, like, little things came up, and I'm not technically supposed to be here. My grandma's been she gets anxiety, so like I'm really not trying to oppress that. She doesn't deserve that, and I deserve to take care of myself better. I don't know, it's a little hard, like, I don't know what it is, this block that I have, but, like, I've been making stuff like a mad woman. Hold on, I'll show you. You know, like beautiful, like, summer tops. And they start out a little smaller and they kind of conform to the body that you put inside of them. Like this shirt looked pretty small when I wore it, but I've gained a bit of weight since I've been in anxiety. And then, you know, like, matching skirt and top. And they're different on both sides. And hats, you know, it's like the cutest shit. And I'm so afraid that, like, I'm just so afraid, like, it takes a really long time to make this stuff. Like, it really does. And I get people don't have money right now, and like, I'm afraid, like, I wanted to take them to the consignment shops, and I'm like, okay, like, 50, 60 bucks will get me far, but it's so much material, it's so much, like, time, like, days and days. But you start with what you need, and you work up to what you're able to receive. And getting clear will help. Like, I bought the organic food because I know, like, I've experienced the clarity I feel and the less anxiety and the depression that just melts away when you take care of your body. Like, of course you're gonna feel like you're dying if you're actually literally dying. Like, if you're not good nutrition, you're dying. Like, we're eternal beings. Dang, I just heard the floor stomp upstairs. Like, you didn't have to die. You don't have to die. I've known this for a long time. It's part of what gave me, like, it gives me the strength to push through this all, is, like, the truth is stronger than any of our ego programming. Period. And by hearing it, you're gonna get triggered into experiences that prove to you the same. Like, nobody can take my experiences away. Like, the truth of the experience, I mean, like, all of us who've woken up, like, it's, you know what I'm talking about. So if you haven't had that feeling yet, welcome. Welcome to this domino. It's my turn to be a domino that falls so that other people can be. Nobody needs me, but I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be a part of your journey. I'm grateful to be your friend. I'm grateful to exist, and I'm grateful to be loved back. So yeah, I didn't start aging till a year ago. I'm 30 years old, and people can say, well, that's about the time you age. Well, welcome to the programming and what it teaches you. Because it's not the truth. I ate pretty well. Like, I did a lot of hard drugs, and I didn't age at all because of the frequency I was in. And I was in joy. Unconventional joy, for sure. And it was my journey. And I've been talking about this since I woke up in 2015. Like, I might have been doing drugs when I was talking about life. Which is beautiful, you know? Like, I got to be a lotus. I got the experience of being a lotus. And this is a pyramid that I had made for me by high vibrational beings. And look what showed up on the bottom. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure it's... Yeah, do you... Hold on, make sure it's the right way up. Yeah, do you see that? This is a representation of my energy, and that is a fairy popping out of a lotus. Or sunflower with a heart-shaped eye patch. Or, like, you know, like, she's yelling, like, hey, like, you don't have to live this way. And I've had that vision. I was in a car, I was up for days, I'm looking at this dude, and, like, I, you know, like, blacked out for a second, or whited out or something, and he's like, dude, why are you looking at me like that? And I was like, shit, dude, like, I just saw you as, like, a baby with, like, a big head, and, like, I, like, flew down to you, like, through the fog, and I was, like, crying giant, or, like, he was crying giant, like, alligator tears, and I was, like, dude, like, you don't have to live this way, like, you don't have to be this way, like, no, this isn't judgment, this is, I know you're in pain, like, come on, I love you. And, like, that's a great metaphor for what it's felt like for my existence, like, this lifetime, if not all lifetimes. I've done self-important things, but like, the truth is fucking blatant. I mean, I'll give you another experience. I hope many people see this video, because, like, I'm sure your truth was just as hard to hear. and the miracles are here. Like, it's our time to be the truth, moms. Like, we're not gonna get hurt anymore, so it's, like, our response. It's our glory and our honor to share these things, as well as our divine galactic responsibility. You know, we said, we told God, we were like, hey, we're gonna come do this, and we gotta do it. Because it's our joy. Like, my body's even buzzing, like. Anyways, so I was in Colorado at God's house, and there was a community baby there. Like, I came and they're like, hey, hi, this is our community baby. Like, it's my baby, but it's our community baby. Like, we're all one. We're learning to be one. And just a shared experience would help, like, push the frequency. And is at least what they said. I don't know. I'm getting a weird energy. My body is buzzing a lot. Oh, there's a lot of energy here. And so, I've always been kind of afraid to touch babies, because I'm like, I haven't been responsible enough. Like, I don't want to be responsible for any harm that would come just from me touching a baby. And, like, if the telling the truth is hard or feels weird, like, I'm feeling it right now. Like, I'm not scared, but, like, my heart's beating really fast, and, like, I've gotten a lot of seizures over time because I was fighting, like, the new energies, and, like, I'm getting that feeling right now. And it's scary. Breathe through it. You're not alone. You never were. I never was. We're part of all of eternity. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, and these are our healing hands. It connects our circuits, and it helps to organically process the energies. It's a truth. Wow, this is intense. So there was a baby there. His name was Drake. He's a dragon. He popped out of Mom and God's head. What's up? Can I get a cig? She's like, yeah, not right now. Wow. Like, thank you, sorry, for, like, there's no sorries in heaven, it's what God says, so, just thank you. And they say everything after the word just is a justification, but use your discernment, like, as in, like, you could say it without the word just, and it might have a pure meaning, because you're taking away the unworthiness, or the lack. All of it. I don't know. I've fought with this one a little bit because God says just be love. I don't know. Like, and that's not the justification I'm using for it. Like, I could feel the energy there. Love yourself. Why? It's your intention, whatever you're using the word for. Like, if the intention for it's out of unworthiness, then yeah, we should transform that. Why not? We'd feel so much better. Love. And if you're using it to describe things to people, use your discernment. Like, love isn't black or white. Words are tools. They're like, and like, words are love. Words are, they're here to symbols. Everything is love. So, alright, and so it was my turn to change the baby, right? I can't remember if I offered to do it or what. I would assume so, but I'm glad that that's how it came out. I choose to do the right thing when the energies hit. I wish I could be more mature than that, because I wouldn't be in anxiety so much. I've had a lifetime of anxiety because I want to help with I want to help with the ascension. I want to be a part of it. I want to be love. And, yeah. Getting a little lost in this energy sauce here. So I was like, I'm like, dude, telepathy's real, and babies are closer than anything, because, like, I mean, I was saying the word if, but I damn felt it, and I just heard something turn on out there. Like, I already knew it, and my phone just dinged again. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the dings on, because it'll be helpful for confirmation. Like, I understand that it can be hard to trust people. I've lived, I'm gonna say many, I hate saying the word many lifetimes, because what does it matter? We're here now. Like, it's a way to describe that which you already know inside. But again, like, I'm trying to say things so that you will, in a way that you can trust the energy, and not to manipulate, but because I love you. Like, I'm trying to grab you and pull you up, like God did for me, like God did for every single one of us. Like, she's working through us to pull each other up, because we've had enough. Yeah, like birds, we've had enough. It's time to fly. Say goodbye to ego. Like, make your peace with it. Like, I'm doing my best. Like, there's energies that are bubbling up, like, for me, that I haven't processed in the past, that are hard. They're just as hard to walk through now as they were then, and, like, that makes sense. All I did was put it off for a long time and gain a lot of negative karma for it, and I take responsibility for that. So, like, because a lot of times when people would change the baby's diaper, you would cry, and I'm like, what if this is the house of God and we're the divine beings, like, this baby should never be crying. I mean, like, so babies cry to process things that we haven't. I wish it would have dinged, because the heart, yeah, there we go. Yeah, because it's a good one. Babies process, our energy. Like, they don't really have a reason to cry. Like, the mom would, in 5D, know when the baby's hungry. You'd be speaking telepathically to your baby all the time. All the time. because it would be organic. I got a burp. Energy's moving. Which is awesome. I'm trying to learn delayed gratitude too, because, like, be happy in the moment. I don't mean it like that, but, like, Oh no, I don't know. I can feel the body energy coming back when I say that. I don't know if that means it's like, it's scary. It's like, so I guess it's because the truths are hitting, but it's a little, okay, so they're delayed dings because I see it before they like pop up, but I guess that one's not gonna go off. But, okay, so that's good for me to know because like it's scary going into that feeling before you have a seizure. Like my hands like start going like numb and tingly, and then like they start contorting, and like I've broken my whole body, and that's the most painful experience I've ever had was the seizures. So like I'm working through like the feeling that I get in my body. Love warrior, truth warrior, like, and this is my honor. It's my honor to do this. And so I'm in there with the baby, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, they can't even be trying. Like, you're just moving the baby around. Like, what the fuck, dude? No judgment, but, like, you gotta clear the ego. And so I'm like, hey, baby. Hey, Drake. I was like, alright, dude. Like, can I please take your left arm out of your left sleeve? And he let me. And I was like, okay, can I please take your right arm out of the right sleeve? And he let me. I was like, can I take your left leg? I was gentle with it, like, for each appendage, because I care. Like, and I say, can I just take your whole body out of there? I mean, he'd understand it. And at least I'll have asked, but I wouldn't have put in the care. And, you know, like, as we get to know each other, I'm sure we could do this, like, organically without the words. But I wanted to ask, be respectful. You know, share that I care. And work through what the ego tells you is, like, I'm embarrassing or weirdness. And so we get to his, like, his stuff off, and I'm just gonna say this. You know, I feel weird being around naked babies just because that's a reflection of how I feel. Because I feel like people don't respect me when I'm naked. Because I've been naked in front of a lot of people, like, just being honest. In a perfect, like, I don't know, in a clear world, like, maybe I wouldn't, like, maybe in 5D I wouldn't necessarily be naked, but if I was, the energies wouldn't be back there. It's, like, given, like, reflected back in that, in the unhealed ways of other people, or weird ways of other people. And I don't judge them for it, I don't blame them for it. I just want to feel like myself. And safe, you know, like, and I hate using the word safe because, like, in true reality you don't need that, but whatever, or I mean, not even whatever, like, yeah, so we get to his butt, right, and, a lot of energy moving, and I'm like, hey, like, can I lift your butt up? And no joke, he does that yoga, like, he lifts his own butt up. He lifts his own butt up. He does that yoga thing where he, like, held himself up on his back, and he lifted it, like, he held his butt up, like, he lifted his whole lower body up into the air, like, I was like, oh my god. You can hear me, and you're strong as shit, and capable as fuck. No one can take your experiences away from you. I didn't even lift him up. I wanted to ask permission, but he did it. He did it. And then I repeated the same process to put his clothes on, and I think I stuffed my throat. And it was beautiful. Like, thank you, God. Thank you for this experience, and for me to be able to share it, for strong enough to share it, and not allowing me to speak, and not like, helping me organically process so I don't have to seize out. This is beautiful and amazing, and I'm so grateful that you guys got this gift too, because I'm telling you, it's the truth. Which, to me, in my soul, I'm so grateful that I am this way, and this is why I think I've served love in all my lifetimes, because I can feel the truth. And before I have negative experiences, I have no fear. And then it like kind of like, oh, like how you just connected something for me. Thank you. Like this experience connected something for me, and I hope it can slay you too. So the way that I talk to people and try to incite things inside them, it does take a lot of energy. Like, I feel it when I'm doing it, but shit, I'm gonna lose it. No. Oh man, the good ones float away. Like, my loop is I explain things, I over-explain things, and then I lose it. Like, the energy still happened. I still had the moment of the energy, and those build up over time. And to like just wham in your face, just like can't deny it experiences, but I don't know. Something about how my body feels, I think. And like how like I take so much to explain things that the body reacts that way too. I don't know though. Alright, cool. Well, thank you. I also had this experience in Colorado where, oh, see, like, the energies feel different now. Maybe I should say the story for another day. I hear the dings out there. Alright, like, we can only process so much at once, so that's my story for right now. And this all started out with the tarot. Our experiences and sharing our journey is just as important, if not more important. Or no, I'm gonna say equal, like, because this is the moving forward, is like being real with our, like, the energies, and like taking a good look, like hard, oh, I'm getting nervous or something, like hard look at ourselves. And the stories are like helping like release, share, and connect the hands of the world, the rainbow energies of our. It's the truth. See, I don't know, it's getting so precise. Like, I want to be so precise because I can feel the power behind the precise. Like, the connection behind it. Like, the less amount of, like, ego that you can involve in anything you do, like, the more, like, powerful and, like, connecting it is for us. But so we started out with the Knight of Cups reversed. And it says, sadly, I know I read it, but just like recap. Sadly, this night brings news of disappointment, of unfulfilled dreams.